Welcome to my Dagger guide for the Dagger in the finals. I'm Gils, also Oscar's second worst nightmare after Slappy. I've hit Diamond playing Dagger and have 1.5k hours on Dagger. And this is my Dagger masterclass covering everything I can share about Dagger. Going about everything from positioning to matchups to gadgets to how to play the weapon and how to dash there properly. And everything I can really share. So, my first advice, section number 1, don't play Dagger.
I was in the other room.
Are you? This my weapon fucking sucks, man. The weapon doesn't work. It'll make you suffer. It's completely masochistic to play this weapon. I fucking hate my weapon.
No, right?
And it will lose you games because it malfunctions. I really don't suggest playing this weapon. It doesn't work consistently. It has so many issues alongside being weak already. So, if you want to play this weapon casually, have fun with it, and get better at it, feel free to watch this guide. But competitively speaking, this weapon is completely terrible, and unless you're one trick or want to get better at this weapon, I really don't suggest picking up it from anew. Section number 2, settings and whatnot. I have auto sprint on and melee aim assist off. For auto sprint, I have it on because you don't really need to walk when you have an inbuilt walk on your weapon, so you can walk at any times if needed, and you really don't need to like walk, then go to sprint, and then while you're sprinting, when you use the weapon to go back to walking. I would suggest sprinting at all times. And regarding melee aim assist, it's really useless. I've played on console, it has no upside. It's really just snapping your crosshair to the center of the body, because you can backstab anywhere from feet to head. Like anywhere on the back you can backstab people, and just having your crosshair auto center on the center of the mass, which would look like this. So let's say I want to backstab this guy, it just auto senses the crosshair on the center of mass. It's really useless and irritating when you wanna like have free camera movement. It's like I feel like I'm being locked, like winch clawed, like folks like snapping my camera. It's really just bad. So for settings, I have 50 in-game sense and 800 DPI, and I aim only with my wrist. So when I have my hand in a neutral position like this, spinning my hand like to a like comfortable angle without hurting is like 180 degrees. So whenever I play the like Dagger, me flicking my hand back and forth is like a comfortable 180 degree angle with my wrist. I don't use my entire arm like this. I just, aim with my wrist, which is my personal preference. It's already a preference thing. You can have a lower, higher sense, aim with your arm, whatever you really like. It's really just what you are comfortable with. I found this comfortable for myself. And for controller, these are my settings. I played with them, had really smooth movement surprisingly for a controller player. It has a learning curve, it takes some getting used to, but I really suggest these settings. As I got comfortable with them, it enables your free movement, because on controller when you jump you can't really turn on your camera anymore. This is why I have L1 on bumper jump. But some games already have this, and I really suggest these settings. Controller Dagger has no real against controller players it's pretty good because they can't run as fast, but controller players is kind of rough. I really need some time to get used to, and even applying all my knowledge, I just picked up controller for like a week or so after I've played already 1.5k hours on Dagger. It's really rough to get into. Anyways, these are all my settings for controller, Dagger, and PC. On PC, I have mostly default settings from like Q to dash and like 1, 2, 3, 4 for gadgets. So there's nothing really I suggest for Dagger. Anyways, section number 3, specialization and gadgets. I personally have only played dash 99% of my time playing Dagger. I've tried grapple and cloak, and I think I strongly suggest not even picking up cloak, because until Dagger, as long as Dagger still has a movement penalty for even trying to using a weapon, I don't suggest playing cloak. It's way too hard to get into. It can work, but I've seen one guy make it work, and nobody else. It's really bad because of the movement penalty, and it takes so much effort to get a kill or two. And then with all the CL and lockbolt, motion sensor, there's so many things that reveal you. I really don't suggest playing this because also like goo grenades got nerfed, goo got nerfed, which is the main aspect of playing cloak dagger. And since many people like grappling hook, I think grapple dagger is really bad and only works against casual players because of the kill condition being on an 8-second cooldown. So on dash you have the 3 charges obviously. On grapple you have a one time 8-second cooldown, and now you're essentially useless because you will never approach someone with a movement penalty like this. You will not hit backstep on like walking dagger with nothing else but like walking, unless you're oblivious sitting in front of you, sitting there like a baby. You will really not get kills unless like on the 8-second cooldown, and you'll never hit clips of like triple kill team wiping because just having a triple like cooldown on like this and 3 charges will carry fights, and this makes you fast, way more mobile in fights. Obviously grapple hook gives you high ground. It's more like a rat picking up scraps, so you'll just sit on high ground, jump down on someone, get a kill, and then go for the next one with a grappling hook. It can absolutely work, but it's not competitive, and you're announcing yourself. Also, I will notice aim assist is on, and it's really bad, I think. So like you'll have alone like the grapple going out makes an audio, and good players will turn around, and like you can still obviously do like fakery things where you go like this and then turn around again and then do backstep like this. This can work. It's really cool and all, but it's not good, I think. So I really suggest just playing dash. And going for section 4. Goo grenades, gateway are completely mandatory. I'll keep it straight. You need these two to play dagger. And the third gadget is optional, whatever you really like. So I've been picking up the H+ infuser, and it's been really good healing teammates. And if there's like range fights where you can't do much, and it's like awkward situations, like say Fortune Stadium first fight, you are playing from across one end to another, and you can't really jump over, and you'll just die. You can just sit there, heal teammates, and chill, and like top them off. And if someone gets a pick, you have a free push, all healthy. So really suggest picking up the H+ infuser. Other good options are the Vanish Bomb. I've used to play Vanish Bomb so much, but they nerfed it. And I think invisibility is kind of bad now, because invisibility used to be pretty decent. But with all the nerfs, it's so loud, you're only announcing yourself. The initial burst of the audio is far too loud for it to be worth by now. You're straight up just yelling, "Oh, I'm here," approaching you. And they'll most likely turn towards you. Without Vanish Bomb, I've gotten far more kills by now. Like, it's way easier because you don't announce yourself anymore, and invisibility is louder than default walking, and it's very visible. I've stabbed invisible people because it's that bad by now since the cloak nerfs and invisibility nerfs. Otherwise, you can also run the nullifier. I just picked it up recently. It's pretty decent. You can play flashbang if you're into it, or like really any gadget of your choice. I just gotta say, gateway and goo grenade are completely mandatory. You can't go without these. Anything else also works. I just don't suggest playing anything like frag grenade or prio grenade because you don't need like poke damage on a one-shot weapon really. So these are the gadgets I suggest. If you want to play cloak dagger, I suggest like you gotta play breach charge. I suggest breach charge because it can hide your cloak sounds, for example, and there's like tech to it. But mostly I'll just suggest playing gateway and then this loadout, casual, H+ infuser or nullifier. Section 5. Movement with dagger and how to get around the movement penalty. Since dagger slows you down for even like tapping the weapon, so you're sprinting, oh let me charge my weapon, you immediately slow down to walking speed, and heavies can straight up out sprint you. This is awful, and I've yet to understand how the devs let this go through. And the only way you can avoid it really is with dash or like specialization, like a grapple hook or dash, or if you do a jump slide, bunny hop. So that if you say a normal sprint is like this, it's a normal speed, everything's fine. With charged Dagger, you are very slow. Excuse my leg. You're pretty slow on charged Dagger, which is walking speed. And if you jump as you sprint, and right after you jump, charge your weapon, it will look like something like this. So you barely have any fatigue from holding the weapon. So you can just keep sprinting, jump, and then slide to get across the movement penalty. Say this is a person I want to backstab. You really don't walk up like this. You can't really do this. It's far too slow. So what you want to do is like jump, slide, and then backstab them like this. It will not work. Is in getting to them like, oh, this guy is looking at me. I will just jump, slide towards him and backstab him. It's more of a part of before you dash. So this is a person I want to get to. I will jump, slide, and then dash to close all this 10-meter distance. Because you can obviously dash, and do this, but it's like you're using 2 dashes, and you want to be as efficient as possible about your dashes. Because Dagger per se doesn't have ammo, but your dashes are your ammo. Without dashes, you kind of joke because of this movement penalty. So you constantly need to jump, slide, and then kind of slide by like all the time. For section number 6, I believe, the way you want to dash, there is an ideal dash direction, which is you have 4 kinds of dashes, which is you dash to the left and then turn clockwise to your right. You dash to the left again and then turn counterclockwise. Or you do the same way another way around. So you'll dash to the right side and do a clockwise or vice versa. And there's actually an ideal dash direction, because if you look down on a dummy, you can see. Let me just set this up. If you look at them, their arm and their hitbox and everything is turned on them. So the contestant's back is kind of curved, and because of the elbow, for example, if you dash past them, there's a chance you hit the elbow, for example. It's a little larger on the hitbox end, and if you go for left stabs, it kind of sometimes does a 75 stab instead of a back stab, which is called a fail stab, by the way. So in theory, dashing to the right of a person has kind of like the angle and the 150 degree take a part in this, but you can sometimes hit the elbow on the way when you, instead of doing this normal one, I'm gonna call it. So wanting to be as efficient as possible, you usually want to go for a dash stab to the right and then actually turn clockwise if you can. So it's gonna look something like this, because Dagger has active frames which look like this. So active frames are going as so far as I release and then turn as I'm releasing, kind of. So you can have a little bit of active frames. I'm gonna try to replicate it here. So even though I release like here, I can slightly turn for a couple milliseconds on the person and still get a hit down, like this. So what this means is you release while you are turning, dashing past someone on the right side. So you can still hit them like this. You don't need to be completely accurate and then dash stab like this. This will also not work, because people will turn around and you will get the 75 damage backstab. So you can also always do this, like all the normal kinds of backstabbing, like dashing past someone from left or right and doing clockwise, counterclockwise. These are all totally viable. But if you have the option, if you're looking down on someone, I suggest doing this because it's the most consistent one, I feel like. I don't pay attention to this in-game. I do all kinds of stabs from above, or if someone's above me, I'll just slide below them like this and then slide past their feet. Everything works. But just the best way, in theory, is dashing right side and then stabbing like this, because of how the contestants are bent when they're holding a gun. So, as you can see, on a straight line, it's just have extremely bent the arm. Some weapons are different the way they're held and whatnot. So, section number 7, I believe. Breakpoints. Since Dagger got a small buff in Season 6, we now have breakpoints, combos. How has this not been added in Season 1 or 2 already? How did this attack deal only 50 damage for 6 seasons? I don't know. Anyways, for light, the breakpoints are very straightforward. You have the 60 attack on the primary. You have the 40 on the elbow and the 75 backstab, non-backstab attack, and 320 damage on the back. This is 320, by the way. So, on lights, you can do the 75 and then 75 again. If this happens to happen, it's really awkward because you have this very long slow and it's very inefficient. But let's say this light I'm fighting, I hit him for 75 like this, and I Google it after, and we somehow meet again. I can just dash to him from any direction and hit him again for 75, which does very much happen. Then you have, let's say he's in front of you or hugging your corner. You can do a backstab into quick melee, and then follow up with a primary, which is the fastest way. Then we have just double primary quick melee, which also kills. And then just obviously the fourth option, which is always backstabbing. And that's it for light. For medium, you have 75 into 1, 2, 3, like triple primary, which is decent. But then also, let's say you happen to fail a backstab twice like this, you can now primary quick melee them, which is also very much viable. If they keep missing their shots or reloading, this happens very much so. So you can 75, 75, or like quick melee right after, and then primary, which is also a killing option. These are really awkward. Dagger is designed to one-shot. A buff for combos should have happened months ago. We have something at least now. So you also have just 5 primaries, which is... No, it takes 2.5 seconds. Any medium will kill you by then. Cerberus shot, quick melee, whatever. So, for heavies, backstab or die, because they will winch you, charge, slam you, flamethrower, any kind of bullshit shack. It will kill you faster than you can charge your attack unironically. A heavy with a shack will kill you before you charge your weapon. You're dead before you charge your weapon. So, for numbers, Dagger winds up in 800 milliseconds and has a 150 millisecond recovery time and somewhere 0.1 or 0.2 seconds of active frames, which is barely anything. Quick melee also has the very little bit. You can turn while it's active. So does the primary. And regarding backstabbing, you can't max backstab multiple people. You can hit multiple people with a primary, like this. It responds. I hit both, as you can see. You can hit both. The primary has multi-hit. The backstab doesn't. It got removed, which is also enough. So that's it for damage, breakpoints, and combos. Now to gadget usage. Gateway is really good on Dagger because high ground gives you free kills. Say I have high ground, I have people passing by below me. By any means, say there's a dummy coming by anytime soon. High ground gives Dagger free kills by jumping down on people.
Something worth mentioning. Dagger doesn't work, or these high ground free kills don't work if you try to dash and stab at the same time. As following. Dashing makes you consistently no-rec. These don't work. These never work. This is caused by desync and netcode. This never works. Don't even attempt this. If anything, if there's someone below you, you gotta dash beforehand and get a distance.
Having gateway to get on top of things is just free kills. So getting high ground with any kind of option is really good on Dagger, and gateway is one of the free ticket to the high ground. Because let's say we have a cache in this building, what I'll often do on Dagger is grab the nearest red barrel and then break open the roof. Let's say the cache is right here. Say this is the cache out right here. So I have this cache out here, and I want to defend it from above. What I oftentimes do on Dagger is I'll play from above, like this. So I'll have a gateway above the cache out, or like on the floor next to it, and jumping down on people is silent, and it gives you free backstabs. So if people are stealing, it just, oh yeah, you're somewhere behind them. Again, this is silent, so it's a free kill. Walking is obviously making sound, falling isn't, like it's just a small audio cue that you can't really tell in the chaos. So this gateway gives you the option to, oh, I need to reposition. There's like 3 people in front of me, new team coming. Oh, someone's healing. I can come back instantly. Just someone. Oh, someone's healing. I can just backstep them on the steal. It's super good for like playing anchor. You can also just push teams, keep taking your own gateway. So you say you are just cycling down back and forth, and you can. Let's say there's a guy right here. You can keep taking your own gateway to just fake the direction you're going and fall all over them. So, grenade is the better gadget than gateway. It's the best option, and I can't even put all the info in this video with how much you can do about it, like with grenade. If you're not playing grenade on Dagger, you might as well not play Dagger because it's that mandatory. From just caging people to catch up to them, and then just trying to catch up like anybody just to throw it in front of them, for example, if they're running away, or just going rooms of just throw it on a wall so it extends forwards towards you. Close off rooms, make close range fights, man on top of things, get high ground. Let's say I have the building, I don't have my gateway or don't want to use my gateway. I can just throw one like this, dash once and then dash twice to reach a building I could usually not reach because dashing doesn't give you much distance. But having something to reach on, or just save dashes is always really good. You need as many dashes as possible, always be dash efficient. So you can just get on high ground, get up. Just high ground is really important on Dagger. So I can't really explain everything about grenade. You'll learn it as you use it. Best gadget in the game. So for matchups, if you are fighting grappling hook or cloak, you can oftentimes go for the primary quick melee because light people panic. You just dash past them, dash around them, hit them. This sometimes works. You can also go against backsteps on lights, but lights are pretty hard to backstep because of their size and speed. They're faster than you. They're quite literally faster than you. They're not slowed down unless they're shooting. They can sprint at all times. And trading dashes, so you dash after them, they dash backwards, you're not catching up. So fighting lights, you don't want to chase. Fighting lights is more like, say this is a light, and he's chasing me right now. So, oh, he's chasing me, I'll just close the door behind me, and he'll chase after me. Say, I'll just do this. Run around the corner, make him chase you, backstep them out of it. You want to get chased if you're fighting dash lights. Cloak and grapple are awkward to fight, but dash lights are... don't fight them unless you must, and you are like last one standing and whatever. And casual, you need to seal in, he's the last one standing. That's really the like matchup. For weapons, don't fight throwing knives. They're your worst nightmare. They can one tap, like headshot, body shot kills you. Sword is dead, XP is played all the time. You really just, if you reach them point blank, you might win, but they can also out-TTK you. Double barrel. Don't fight it. Let your teammates do it. Unless they are actively reloading in front of you, don't go for it. Even if they're reloading, they can instantly one-shot you. Don't bother. Otherwise, these are all like the same concept of like shotguns or like assault rifles on hipfire, pretty decent. Sniper shot melee, they'll blow you up. You just gotta look to get a backstep on them or don't. Say you get a hit like this where you don't backstep them, which is by the way intentional. You just reset with a good grenade, vanish bomb, whatever. Just reset, try again. Don't force a fight on lights. For fighting mediums, really depends on the medium. You have heal beam mediums. If they're distracted, they're free kill. Turrets are now actually a problem because you can no longer one-shot them. And for weapons, riot shield and dual blades are free kills. If you get a backstab on them, you kill them. That's about it. If you don't get a backstab on them, same thing. Goo grenade, reset, and try again next time. Model is actually manageable because it no longer shot melee kills a light instantly. So they would look like this in old model. This is no longer a thing. So for fighting them, you can just try backstab, Goo grenade, reset. This is like a concept of if you ever go low, just melee Goo grenade and regen. That's how you kind of play Dagger. For FK and whatnot, like all these other weapons, CL, by the way, is not an issue if people think this. FK kills a light before Dagger is charged. This is faster than charging the Dagger, by the way. So, if I am on Dagger, charging this takes longer than... I didn't want to restart the lobby again, I just crashed 2 times back to back. So, we're now listening to this. For killing mediums on Cerberus or FK, you really gotta be cautious. Get a backstab or not. It's rinse and repeat of backstabbing or not. There's really not much to add to fighting mediums, but to get a backstab on them, kill them. For heavies though, Winch Claw is so extremely lethal because it stuns you out of your dagger charge. So if you get winched, you can't charge your weapon until you arrive in front of the heavy, and then in the meantime he will double headshot and kill you, because this apparently can kill lights before you can charge your dagger again. Winch is so lethal for dagger players because you will be out of position, not dagger charged, you are unarmed essentially, and any heavy will kill you before you pull anything off. So what you need to do is let's say I am the light in this position, I get winch clawed, I need to then slide forward to maybe get behind him, offset his aim, and heavies can delete you faster than you can look. Because look at Shaq. Shaq, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bullets to kill a light. That's a joke. So if a heavy winches you, you are dead. You cannot react to winch. Winch is so lethal, you can't bait it out because it's a 7-second cooldown. There is basically no cooldown. Charge and slam, however, if you are a light being charged and slammed on, that's a free kill because you dash past them on the side and backstab them. It's really doable, and it's harder than it's easier than it sounds.
Oh, nice.
There's nothing else really to add for weapons because every heavy weapon deletes you. Minigun, close range deletes you. Miniguns are free kills if they are not see you coming. Like say I am coming from around the corner, they are really slow. They are essentially dummies you can backstab because you can just backstab quick melee them and they can't really do much. Anything else is really just deleting you with winch. Mesh shields are easy kills because they have limited turn speed. They can't really turn as fast like this, so they are really slow. Mesh this.
I do want to say, this is post-recording the initial one. I've re-recorded this tutorial like 3 times, and I'm editing while I'm sick. But when I say free kill, it's more like oftentimes any kind of heavy doing any kind of charge and slam reaction, and their own guns are so loud. Say if you're shooting any kind of heavy gun, be it Lewis to M60, they're often so loud you can get a free kill from approaching them from flanks and stuff. If they are approaching you, like if you approach them from the front, let's say this is you, the dagger light, don't approach a heavy from the front. 90% of heavies use winch claw. Even the returning hitbox, it will just kill you on the returning hitbox if you don't hit it on the way, because dagger is a really telegraphed approach from dashing towards people. Just like if this is the heavy with winch claw, oftentimes your approaches look like this. You can obviously do this and then do like a funky backstab, but even then the hitbox returning will get you. Heavies are in so far in quotes free kills because they are the largest targets, the one with the slowest movement, and if they walk backwards it's the slowest. If they generally slide or move, it's the slowest in the game. Next to your movement, this is the slowest movement in the game, next to the heavy walking. Like walking speed generally speaking, but nobody really walks all the time. So just heavies being slow and having a generous hitbox on backstabs because of all this area being backstabbable is what I mean by free kill. Heavies are really backstabbable because mediums, if they have a model and they keep moving like this with a shotgun or like a model Cerberus, whatever, they are not that easy to kill. Because people that are moving aren't just you walk up to them, they're standing ADS firing. Because if you have a person actually moving, you might collide with them, fail like this, or clash into their body, like have some kind of weird interaction of clashing with their body, fucking up your timing. Say like this, or you, let's say you collide with the body, release too early, and hit the backstab hitbox on the front, like this. So moving targets are far more difficult to kill, but say obviously heavies are slow and fat, and they are easier to kill because they're slow. That's really it. what I mean by free kills. So mesh heavies and charge slam, for example, when they charge against you, you can backstep them while they are passing by. This was like not meant for the heavy, but if they are passing by, you might get off backstep. And then again, group grenade. So just rinse and repeat from the group grenade. So for maps to play Dagger on, Monaco, everything is shit. Like Duck and Cover and Suspended are even worse. So, one of the reasons I hate Monaco so much is if people are window mantling, and mantling by any means, you can't backstab them if they turn their camera, because they can turn around while they are mantling, as following.
Taking damage!
You can turn your camera all the way left and you cannot get backstabbed. This looks like this on Windows.
Going over there! Taking
You
damage!
can't backstab them because of this window turning. Then if we go inside here, in the second floor, these rooms all have tight corners. So if mediums are playing in these corners, good luck have fun trying to backstab them, because they are automatically hiding corners everywhere. These buildings are too tight. If they're standing in a window frame like this, and they look at you, you cannot go past them sometimes, especially for heavies, and they can literally body block you out of it. So let's say this is a medium blocking me. I cannot go past him with backstabs, and the windows are too tight. Then if we go outside, the map is just horrendous. We have this open field. Everything is just roof fights. Everything is just open. You have all these roof fights. People fighting on crane. People sniping you with pikes, with FCARs. All these roof fights. If we now go down here, everything is just open. Let's say that's the car shot on the fountain over here. Yeah, people are defending from here, and you need to approach them. They have open sight on you. You can't approach them. Coming to variants. Open field is terrible. The charge is terrible. The windows are too tight. People, again, can body block you on windows. This is awful when you're mantling. People are turning their camera. You can't backstab them. There's so many small issues, like standing in window frames, getting body blocked by mediums and shit. Even like lights can't body block you, but then again, double barrel and like, ranged weapons, everything just is better than Dagger on this map. Sure, I can win on this map, but it's not fun. It's one of the worst maps for Dagger. I really don't suggest, like, obviously you can't decide to play on a map, but I'm saying Monaco is the worst map to play on. Seoul is a pretty good map, A-tier map, maybe. Construction, jump heads are lovely. Just, you might know rig. Happens. Moving platforms is kind of fixable with goo grenades. You can drop the cash out and shit, but backstabbing on top of moving platforms is super janky, and you might know rig, and it's really awkward to fight on moving platforms because of gunfire from range and stuff. So Skyway Stadium, goated map. I wouldn't put it in S+ tier, but up, down, left, right, and high rise. Jump pads and high ground are your best friend. It gives you so many Assassin's Creed style jumps on people. These huge jump pads all across the map, especially high rise, the big jump pads in front of the big high rise. Goated map, my favorite map. Then Specialization, also Cis for S tier map. Because again, jump pads are your best friends because you can just dash on top of people from so far away, and it covers the distance, so distance is no longer an obstacle. Kyoto, as much as people hate it, with water penalty removed, and I'm not saying it's a good map, but it's playable, it's okay. I don't like it either. I'd put maybe like a C+, if anything. Moving platforms is awful, just shit. So is Suspended Structures. And Fortune Stadium is a okay map. Besides a spot with two jump pads, it's awkward to approach. The map is pretty balanced. The indoors are fine. Nothing too terrible. But no, pretty good map actually. Besides Suspended Structure sometimes. It could be higher if Suspended wasn't awkward sometimes with approaching. But jump pads again are your friends, so it's kind of decent. Standard issue is also kind of fine, so I would have put it in A tier. And then Vegas Stadium is, I would almost put it in A tier if the buildings were complete dog shit. Again, it has jump pads, but then the buildings are awful. Vegas. All these flat surfaces, just getting gunned down. I wish you best of luck
Moving!
trying to cover all this distance without getting gunned down by pikes and stuff. You need to cover so much distance. So a team is holding all the way there. You need to cover so much distance, so much flat areas. People will just sit on
Get
this
ready for
roof
teleportation.
with a pike or an FK and gun you down. There's so much flat surfaces on this map. Everything is unapproachable. Vegas Stadium and normal Vegas both are like C to D tier. So I'd honestly almost make a new tier. Put Vegas Stadium in like there, and then maybe Kyoto. Yeah, this sounds about right. Having Vegas Stadium in absolute D tier, then these Monaco variants in complete dog shit. Monaco by itself is bad, and these make it completely worse. So this is my Dagger map tier list. Obviously you can't choose maps, but you can choose not to play Dagger and play guns instead, which I also sometimes do in ranked, because these maps are that bad. Open field, too long ranges, and especially in final rounds, where you are a melee player with 150 HP approaching such long distances. It takes so much effort flanking. Just pick a gun and kill in the same time you wind up your Dagger.